talo faatu ipo ia mamamalu o le ai me moa nei tula o le afiafi le asosa le aso luas tasi o le masina o bema ua afe luas tasi au sanga o le leo mau tutu tele o se tasi sui lea o le whanengangana Samoa o le vasenga o le anganu le angana Samoa whaasara lau i lunga o le ea i le ala lea o le penga tawhailangi o le Zoom ya o mo le atu matu anganga whaftai i o tō sapsapai whamai moine ai mai se foi o lato o lo langolongo sua e ala i tangata e a waimai vasenga ma tangata foi o le non-profit ia ma tele o isi wo foi o le ni foi polo karame le tele whaftai lava. Okay, my name is Mausi Tutele. We are recording the final day 10 of Falegagana Samoan program. We did 10 weeks. We started from basic Samoan, from the basic greetings, and we learned conversation. And from those small conversation pieces, we were able to put together conversations. And we also studied the story of Sina and the Tuna, as well as a few songs. We have 3 of our students here today that have been with us the entire program, and we're going to do our final items, our final presentation items for the final day of so I have one announcement to make from Laing nonprofit. First of all, I want to say Faftai Tele. Thank you very much, Laing, for your support and for helping us to make this program possible. There is a hike. We have a hike on December 4th, Saturday, at Aiea Loop Trail. If they're asking us to invite any of the class who would like to attend the hike at Aiea Loop Trail. Again, Saturday, December 4th. I'll have to get back to you with the time. There's no time in the text that I was given, but they would like to invite any of those who are involved in the class to go down and join the hike. There's going to be a Samoan vocabulary prepared to go along with the hike, so it'll go hand in hand with our curriculum. Once again, final day, we'd like to say a big thank you to Laing. We'd like to say a big thank you to Adam Kiave Manalo Camp for helping us get in touch with the nonprofit Laing and helping us to get funding for Falegagana and be able to bring Samoan language to more of the Samoan people and also those who are interested in learning. Also want to give a big thanks out to my family, especially my wife, Wesa Opitaya Maosi Tuitele. Thank you very much for helping us, thick and thin, hard times and the good times. We've been together and we've worked on this together, and she's been my biggest supporter through all of this, especially our 3 children. Lesina, our oldest, our only boy, Afa. His first name is actually Vegeta. Vegeta, Afa, Opitaya Maosi Tuitele. Also, baby Lou, Lupikwa Oi, Penina Tautele, Opitaya Maosi Tuitele, and also our newest addition to the family, which will be named after my wife's dearly departed sister, one of the closest family members we had when we first met in Samoa, Kalala Masele. Masele would be the name of my wife's sister who just passed away last month. Kalala Masele, Opitaya Maosi Tuitele again. And special thanks out to George and Adrian for also helping us to get all our ducks in a row, helping us with our nonprofit paperwork, be able to make this class possible for all of us here that are today. Special thanks out to my teachers who taught me, my kumus and my whaiaongas, Aumua, Mataitusi Simanu, out of the UH Mano program, to Tanuvasa Ta'avale Tofai who I took classes with online, although he didn't know it. I read a lot of his books and I got a lot of his recordings, so I was able to learn from him and share it with you guys. Thank you to him. He is both of them actually have passed on, but I'm hoping that I can impart some of their wisdom onto the future generations, not just in my own family, but also in all of those who are tuning in and joining the class. And beyond that, thank you to my parents, Pitelo Maosi and Carla Maosi. Thank you to my wife's parents, Lesina Manu Opitaya and Opitaya Arasi Inu. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. And we're just really, really grateful, really humbled, and really excited for the future and what it holds for all of us. Thank you very much. Without further ado, we have our three students here, our 3-star students, Rob Satawa, Kainoa Harmon, and Oli Oli. They have prepared their items for us today. And Rob will be doing the song Ufi Ufi Lo Anganga, one of the songs that we learned from the beginning of the program. So let's start out by introducing Rob. Talo Falava, Rob.
Aloha, Fafatai. Manuya, Fafatai.
LA. Okay, Rob. Whenever you're ready, if you have anything to say, you can go ahead and say it first. And then when you're ready, go ahead and give us your item. I'm going to mute.
All right. Fafatai, thank you for this opportunity to present the final song of the year. I will be singing Ufi Ufi Lo Anganga. And here we go. Ufi Ufi Lo Anganga. Ufi Ufi Lo Anganga. Anganga Sae. Ufi Ufi Mai. O te no fo filemu. Fatas si mai Yesu. Anga sae. Ufi ufi mai. Amen.
Right, awesome, Rob. Masih pati tele, malu usolea ya Rob Satawa. Ada ainga Satawa, malo lava. Right, near and dear to my heart, Kainoa, or B, Kainoa Harmon, brother Kainoa Harmon. I'm not sure if that's what the B stands for, but he is a brother to us all. Talofa lava, Kainoa.
Talofa Mausi.
Talofa Wamayo Eriuso.
Fala Lele. Or Faya Lele.
Lele Kele. Yeah. What's out you? Ane mang via fafkai. Ele maon mang via ngaya wedim so are como foi akupia.
Oh, malo.
Malo fafkai. What's out you?
Ole tala o sina maletuna.
Fafkai, yeah. Yeah, come on mute. I on that you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can do the whole thing in Samoan, but
no worries. You go ahead, whatever you're comfortable with.
So this is the legend of how the first coconut tree came to Samoa. So there was a girl, Sina, and she would go to the water, and there was an eel that came. The eel was actually the king of Fiji. But he started to bother her, like he would come to all the different water places that she ever went to. So she told her, I believe it was the uncle, and the uncle told the cousin the cousin had a long fight with the eel, and finally he cut the head off of the eel. So the eel, his last wish was to be buried, and the fruit that came from him would have two eyes and a nose, or two eyes and a mouth, and would have water that came out, and it would be like sweet and quench the thirst. So if you look at the coconut does indeed have the two eyes and the nose, and most of us enjoy the liquid that comes from the coconut. And then I got some homework the last time I was working on this. It was on what the significance or what the definition of mata ole alelo. So the best I can find is mata ole alelo. So actually, when Sina was shocked that the eel was staring up at her, she said, "E pupula mai o mata ole alelo," which means you stare at me with eyes like a demon. And that's all I have on the legend of Sina and the tuna.
Alo, faftai kainoa, faftai tili lavo.
Malo fa'afetai. Was that correct on the mata ole alelo
Mata lelo is actually
definition?
a derogatory term that refers to the Adam's apple. And so alelo is the Adam's apple. So what she was doing when she saw, and that's not to say that it's incorrect, but the term it means multiple things. So yeah, it could be a way of saying that it's a demon because actually cursing it. So she's cursing the tuna, saying like saying, look at this pervert or this peeping tom. So this is the pool right here. If you can see the screen share, that is Matalelelo. So this is where Sina would bathe, and then the eel would show up and basically follow her around and stalk her. So the tuna was said to have grown too big to fit into this pool, and that's when Sina got scared of it. It was initially a very, very small tuna, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And when it got too big for the pond, that's when she stopped going there, and then it came inland and began to chase her. But yeah, the initial contact between Sina and the tuna, when she saw it staring at her, she uttered those words, and then they named the pool after her utterance. Or look at the eye, look at the eyes of that peeping tom over there. So it's an interesting word because like you don't really say like swear words or derogatory words in public. That's a landmark that's named with a derogatory word. Interesting. Yeah. But Faftai, I know that was great. Thank you.
Oh, Fa'afetai. 40.
All right, now we have Oli Oli. Let's all rejoice with Oli Oli. Talofa Oli Oli.
Talofa Mausi.
Manuia Oli.
Manuia, but nervous.
Awa ke popole rius. Right. What are you going to be doing for us today, Oli Oli?
Oh, yeah. I'm singing Sa Vali Vali for today.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, I will be on mute.
I want to hear what he said.
Sa Vali Vali means go for a walk. Tao Tala Tala means too much talk. Alofia Teoi means I love you. Take it easy, Fai Fai Lemu. Taina Olele means pretty girl. Ta'amila Mila means around the world. Whisper to me means musu musu my, away means my oh my. Wamalieo, abeile malo, ele faya so uloto, I tu ulo finangalo. Go for a ride, ti eta avale. Stay at home means no for ile fale. Leio se tupe means no more money, much trouble means fa alave lave. Wamalieo, ave ile malo. Ele faya so uloto, I tu ulo finangalo. Ele faya so uloto, I tu ulo finangalo. Thought my mom would.
I love how
Thought my
you put
Tina
the
was
little.
gonna
I love
join
how you
in, but
put.
she never.
I love how you put
No
the
way.
finishing touch on the song. That was good.
Thank you. Fafatai lava.
After 40. Yeah, Famalo Atuya Oto Uma Fafatai Lava. You guys did very, very good. You guys all passed with flying colors. It's been a great journey these last 10 weeks. Very, very grateful and very, very thankful. And I hope that I made your guys' time like I didn't waste your guys' time. I really hope that everything that I was able to share with you guys was worthwhile. I really tried to put the most effort that I could. It's been a very difficult job trying to juggle all of these children and juggle these family affairs as well as work, and still trying to make it on here in time. But I tried to bring you guys quality Samoan and make it worth your guys' time to be here. So I'm just glad. I'm glad to see the progress. I'm glad to see that we're able to do some conversational work, and yeah, it feels like you guys are pretty confident in speaking Samoan as well as singing it. I know that there's always more that we can do. Even myself, I'm always looking to learn more. I'm always looking to find out the meaning of things that I don't know. And I know multiple languages too. I spoke Marshallese before I spoke Samoan. So I'm still learning both those languages and Hawaiian and other things for other purposes. But Samoan's always going to be near and dear to my heart. It's my father's language, and it's my language. It's my wife's language, and it's what we hope to pass on to our children. It's where we hope to retire one day. So it's very important to all of us. All my wife's brothers and sisters are there. My aunt is there. Most of my family are buried there. So it's not just language or homeland to us, but it's also like our past and our means so much. Yeah. I can never say enough about it, but I talk too much. So I hope that I can give you guys an opportunity to say a few things before we close up for today, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah. I feel like we made great use of our time. The Tuiteles have, you both have, and your daughters have been a part of this whole experience, and your children. And I have a 3-year-old and I have a 9-month-old at home, and so I know kind of what you're going through. And you all really bring it, and I'm impressed. I was telling my wife, like, man, they make it look easy. They got the kids running around. They just both are here. My wife's downstairs. She's trying to put the kids to sleep, and I've had to take out the time every Sunday to be here, and while she does that. And so I'm grateful to my wife for being able to cover for me, and I just want to recognize how you didn't just you all don't just bring the language into the class. It's you bring your family, and with all that you have going on with the passing of some of your relatives, and really just sharing stories, and the culture, and the food, and the whole all the content of the class is really well rounded, and it gives, at least for me, some basics. You know, my father was born in Fangsa, and he came over when he was 2, and he married my mom, and anyway, we didn't grow up speaking. And you know, I've got my aunties and my uncles who have a church in San Diego, and the Samoan Gospel Church, and I wasn't really around for that. So for this is, you know, some things I don't have the opportunity to ask my father, and it's nice to just be able to ask you all some basic things, so that I can also you know, pass on a little bit, whatever I can, to my children, you know, and I'll be happy if they can have a little bit more of a foundation than I had. So I really have a lot of gratitude for what I picked up, as little as it may be, but it might seem that way, but to me it's a lot. And so I just want to say Fafatai, you know, to Wesa, Mausi, and Oli for being a classmate, and Kainoa, and all the others that weren't be able to hear tonight, but for everyone sharing their experiences and what they bring to the group. So thank you.
Fafatai. Fangasa is famous for the Fialufani Fautasi, one of the racing boats that they have in the, what's it called? In the Fautasi race every year at Flag Day. The name of the boat is Fialufani, and yeah, they're one of the big competitors out there. They're also, a lot of the guys who run the Uso Fialufani Car Club are from Fangasa. Fangasa has a lot of those guys in there. I also have an uncle. He's married to my aunt. He's also from Fangasa. So it's yeah, very popular village. It is one of those villages that's in the back of the island, so you have to take a road up the mountain and then come back down. There's a few of those in Samoa, but yeah, very, very well-known village.
Yeah, I hear it's real pretty when you come over that hill and you can still look down into the bay, into the cove or whatever. Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely a view, but it's a precarious road. You got to be very, very careful on that road there, especially on the turns, because it's one of those roads where, like, if a car is coming and you're coming, you gotta, like, one person has to make way. You can't drive recklessly. But yeah, it's a great village.
Nice.
Upside. I know.
Yeah, I learned a lot in the 10 weeks. More about the culture and language, pronunciation. Yeah, thanks to you guys and to the classmates, Rob and Oli, and then the other ones that aren't here tonight. If anybody is on Oahu, I've been doing some sele of kalo, so I have some available. And fa'afetai mole awaina oi mato.
I love a Kainoa. I know Kainoa and I have had a few outside of class conversations. I'm very impressed with the amount of vocabulary that Kainoa has. He's really done his homework. I've noticed that some of the words that Kainoa uses, they're directly translated. So we've worked on finding the more commonly used equivalents of those words, because some of the words that if you were to look it up on the search engine, they don't come up. I mean, like, the translation is incorrect. Even though it's like a direct translation, it's not something that Wesa or somebody who grew up in Samoa would use. So that's been a real good exercise for me and Kainoa, has been going through the words that we pick up, and then finding the more communicatable words that we can use, and also you know, just learning new words. That's always been a hobby of mine, is finding a word, finding out what it means, picking it apart, and seeing where you can use it in other areas. So I want to really thank Kainoa for exercising me and helping me to just get better, and also to have somebody to speak with.
Oh, Fatai 40.
All right, Oli Oli, it's that time.
Anything to hear?
The family's home, so. But I'm just extremely grateful for having this opportunity to like to participate in this class, because it's given me like a chance to reconnect with my Tina and my culture. And you know, like even if you're like it's hard to teach a language that you grew up like speaking, so it's given like good groundwork for me here to go like back and forth with like day-to-day phrases or whatever. So just really happy and grateful, and it's been a great class, a great atmosphere. Feels like nice and casual, and I was always excited for every week. And if you ever are able to like continue classes, be down to come back and continue to learn with you all.
I tell you, Oli Oli, it's been a real joy to see you in the class. You've always got such a great demeanor, and you make you light us all up when you come on and you're smiling. It just makes the class that much more enjoyable. We're really grateful for you, especially your mother. Like having your mother there and being able to have conversations with her and like have the other students watch and hear what that sounds like. I think it's an invaluable source. We always talk in Hawaii, like when we're learning Hawaii, we're talking about how important it is to speak to kupuna, and you have your mother right there. That's such a great thing. I don't know how much you and your mother converse in Samoan, but my dad and I, we live together, but we don't speak it together. If I speak Samoan to my dad, he still replies to me in English because there's a stigma to it. So I usually tell people that just so that they know like how fortunate you are to have a Samoan speaking parent if they do speak it to you. Not all Samoan parents will speak it to you. It's just there's something about it that some Samoan parents just can't speak it to their children. So if you do have that, it's definitely something valuable and worth holding on to and appreciating. So I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for you, grateful for your mother, and grateful for all of you for showing up. And so we were given funding for 10 classes, and we did our 10 class program. Previous to that, this was a service that was given on BNO. We also worked for a couple of other nonprofits, but we never really had, because this was never meant to be employment. It was meant to be a way for me to share my passion with other Samoans who are passionate about the language. It just so happened that Laing offered us to get funded, so I needed to make a organized plan to give the proposal to the nonprofit. I needed to, draft it up and show them. But we are planning to continue the class, the same format that we've been doing, but we're going to do it probably bi-weekly instead of weekly. And we're probably going to shorten the time. If it makes it easier, I'm thinking about moving the time to 5 instead of 6, because I know because of the time difference, it has been difficult for some folks to join. So I was thinking about moving it down to 5 and probably doing it every other Sunday. So we probably skip. I might take a break for the next 2 Sundays and then email everybody when we're going to come back after that. But we're definitely planning to continue. I don't know what the status is with Lying, if we're going to continue to get funded. But right now, that's not a priority. Right now, what's the priority is getting ready for my wife to give birth. But we definitely want to continue and still be able to speak Samoan with all of you guys here. Oh, there's Petra. Thank you for joining us, Petra. So yeah, we're definitely going to continue. We're definitely going to continue to send you guys emails and have conversations. Kaino actually joined me up on Clubhouse. I don't know if he was able to hear me, but I was talking to him all morning one morning. And if you do want to speak Samoan, you got time in the morning, I'm usually up on Clubhouse, and we've got a few other Samoan guys on there. Clubhouse is good because it's an actual chat room, so you're in there and you're actually speaking to people like you're on the phone. But there's a lot of folks on there who are Samoan and they're also blind, so they use the app because they can speak Samoan, but they can't see. So it's easier for them to get on there and actually be able to see people and not have to chat. So that's another avenue if you're looking to find Samoan speakers. Clubhouse has been really great for that. And it's also helped to facilitate our learning of Hawaiian. So there's also Hawaiian classes up on there and other things. There's ukulele classes and other, definitely a lot of interesting things going on Clubhouse. So if you're interested in continuing there, there's that avenue as well as the continued classes. But I think we're good for tonight. We made our announcements, we said our thank yous, and yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Petra, are you there?
Yes. Can you?
So no worries. We're on the last day of class, and Kainoa, Rob, and Oli Oli all did their items. So we're just about to.
Okay. I didn't do anything.
No worries. We're just about to close up. But I just wanted to let you know because I just made the announcement that we're going to probably continue. We're probably going to take a 2-week break and then come back. And then we're probably going to just, we're not going to have funding anymore after today, but we're planning on probably doing maybe a shorter, earlier class starting in about maybe 2 Sundays from now. But I'll make sure to email everybody so they know ahead of time.
Okay, so sorry, I had work and I just couldn't get on for a couple, and then I was with my Hawaiian graduation class, so I just got home today.
You're totally fine.
Are we going to, so how much will we have the fee be so that we can keep this going?
Well, we've always been free, so that's always been the point, was just to create a space where we can speak Samoan. I never wanted to charge anyone. The funding was just icing on the cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we're good for tonight. Why don't we just, I think I'll sing the closing song and then we'll have, can you do the closing prayer for us, Petra?
Sure. I don't know if I can do it in Samoan, but I'll do the closing prayer.
That's totally fine. No worries. Okay, so let's close out. Before we close out, real quick, Wessa, do you have anything you want to say? Okay, we're good. What song should we sing for? Huh? Perfect. Thank you. Tofa mai feleni olea otea. Awile vasa olea ni pule imeleke. Engalo mai Samoa siota ele. Ai mana tua mai pea e se. Oh, I never will forget you. Oh, I never will forget you.
You ready for me? Okay. Our Father in heaven, we're so grateful for all that we have learned, and we're so grateful to Mausi and Wessa and the time that they've spent helping us learn Samoan. And we ask you to please bless their families, that they will have everything that they need, and bless everybody in the class, that we will find a way to continue to be connected and continue to speak Samoan. We're so grateful, Lord, for all that thou hast done for us. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Off tight. All right, everybody. Have a great week, rest of the weekend, and have a great week. Tofa, yo soy Fua.
Tofa.
Fa.
Yes, Lesina.
Manuia le aso afafa tight.
Yeah, Manuia foi das fafta. Yeah. Have a good day. Eat plenty of turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce.
We had two bottles of Moet champagne.
Mom, you want to say anything? You want to say anything?
I just want to say, yeah.
I don't know.